In this video, I'm going to go over the shocking results that could actually happen as a result of the upcoming 2026 Senate election. So what you see here on your screen in all these states that are highlighted in gray are the states that will have Senate elections in 2026. So let's go through and fill out this map. And as you see, the totals up here are the total Senate seats that they have, and you need 51 in order to have a majority. So without further ado, let's just go through and fill out the states that are likely to go Democrat. It's going to be somewhat similar to the presidential elections. I think Oregon's a safe Democrat state, along with Colorado and New Mexico. Illinois, not really on the map. You also have Minnesota. Over here in New England, you're going to see some interesting things develop with these Senate elections. I'm going to go over that in just a minute, but you have Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Jersey, Delaware, and Virginia, I perceive as all of those safe Democrat strongholds for those Senate seats. Now let's go over the safe Republican seats, and this is where things get interesting because right now the United States Senate has a majority of 52 seats held by Republicans, but they are getting ready to absolutely really extend that majority. So let's go through Alaska, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Iowa, Kentucky, West Virginia, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, and South Carolina are all states, along with Ohio and Florida, that I perceive as safe Republican. Now that gets them up to 51 seats, and all they have left to do to grow that currently to 52 is they got to win 2 more of these states. Now, as of right now, something interesting is going on right here in North Carolina, currently held by Tom Tillis, who is not seeking re-election. He's a Republican. This is actually going to work out for the benefit of Republicans because he is a weak candidate. It's perceived and rumored right now that Laura Trump could actually run for this Senate seat. If she did, I actually think she'd be a strong candidate and could actually maintain that Senate seat in North Carolina for the Republican Party. Right now, the Republican from Maine, Susan Collins, is going to seek re-election, at least as of right now. So yes, even though it's a state that Kamala Harris won by 7 points, they actually elect a Republican to the United States Senate. They have since the 90s. So Susan Collins, I think, will hang on to that seat. Now, let's take a look at the remaining interesting scenarios that could take place in New Hampshire, Michigan, and Georgia. All right, as of right now, there is no incumbent running for re-election in New Hampshire. The seat is currently held by a Democrat. Now, if you come over here and you take a look at the presidential election, you see it wasn't as close as people were hoping for Republicans, but Kamala Harris won by just less than 3 points. Now, with an open Senate seat, you'll see here there really wasn't an open election last time. So what do I think is going to happen in New Hampshire? It depends on who the candidate is. As of right now, the former governor, Republican Chris Sununu, says he's not going to run, but if he did, he would be a strong candidate for this Senate seat. So if this is a seat that Republicans are able to flip, and I'm going to go over the scenario where they don't just to show you, but this is the best case scenario for Republicans, okay? We also have the state of Michigan. Now, something happened interestingly in the state of Michigan during the last presidential election cycle in 2024. Right here, Democrats did win the seat, but it was only by 0.3 points. Now, if Mike Rogers, the Republican who lost by 0.3%, runs again, he could actually win because the current incumbent in Michigan is not seeking re-election. So it's an open seat, which will bode well for Mike Rogers if he can flip the seat that he almost flipped just this most recent election in 2024. So if Republicans come over here and they flip that seat, we're left with the state of Georgia, a swing state that, let's go ahead and see how Trump did there. Trump won by over 2 points. That's a big deal because both Senate seats in Georgia are currently held by Democrats, but those 2 open seats came open during Trump's presidency, where the media was really able to hound the President Trump and get his approval ratings to all-time lows. But obviously that trend has reversed, seeing as to how Trump just won re-election and by a very large margin was also able to flip back the state of Georgia by over 2 points, a state that he lost by about 1. So there's been a 3-point swing. If the Republicans are able to flip the seat back, that's going to open up 56 total Senate seats for Republicans. That is the best case scenario for Republicans, guys. That is an absolutely huge lead in the United States Senate that could actually happen. Now, let's go through and walk through a scenario where Democrats are able to hang on to some of these very tight races. This is the best case for Democrats, is they're able to flip the seat in Maine, which I don't think they will. Susan Collins is a Republican who's represented Maine there for nearly 30 years now. Let's say they hang on to New Hampshire, and the incumbents wins in wins in Georgia, and they're able to hang on to their seat in Michigan. I mean, even if they were to flip back North Carolina, which I don't think is going to happen, that still leaves Republicans with a majority of 51. And there's really no other states that are on the map for Democrats. Florida certainly isn't, because that's going to be a wide margin victory for Republicans, I perceive. So really, the worst case scenario for Republicans is they'll still hold on to 51 Senate seats, which maintains the majority. The best case is they hang on to Maine, flip New Hampshire, which already currently has a Republican serving in the Senate. Or yes, they do. They have one senator. Let's say they hang on to North Carolina, win Georgia, and they flip Michigan. I don't think Minnesota and Illinois and Virginia and Colorado, New Mexico, and Oregon are in play. So that the best case is Republicans win 56 total seats in the United States Senate, which could actually happen. And if you like this video, stay tuned, because I will be keeping you up to date on all the latest news in the upcoming elections. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe as well. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next one, and stay free, my friends.